Welcome to A Messenger of Love with Gina Pero. I am delighted to have such a special guest today, Miss Ema Flannery. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
So I've known Ema now for 3 years,
Yes.
And what inspired me to ask Ema to be on the show was her example of being kindness, compassion, and love for others. However, she also has developed this self-love for herself that I am so inspired by, being so young. Ema, how old are you?
I'm 13.
Yeah, 13 years old, everyone. I mean, to learn how to love oneself, to learn how to lead with love, to be kind to others, to have faith, is so inspiring. And so we're going to inspire you all today. I hope you're all ready for this episode. Huh, Ema?
Yes.
We'll share with the audience today, Ema, like what inspires you right now in your life at 13 years old?
What inspires me is just my the unconditional love that Gina gives me and my family, and just being able to do what I love, which is dance, and just like not letting anyone get in the way of my life.
Yeah, the love of dance, it's how we met, we're both dancers. You're just a younger dancer. Emma can kick her leg definitely higher than me these days. However, what I love about dance is it was what I loved when I was your age, and it just kept me going, like this blessing in my life, right?
Yeah.
How do you know you love dance?
Because whenever I go to dance, I just like feel so much energy to go out there and do what I love. And even though sometimes the dance world can be overpowering, I still feel the connection with like my heart when I do dance.
What a blessing, isn't it? To be 13 and know what you love and have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say helps you the most to love yourself through the challenges?
I would say it's all the tools that Gina has provided me with, and knowing that I have such a great family around me, and all my surroundings are just filled with safety and faith and love. It's all just like keeping me going, and
Yeah. We talked about this on another episode, this support that we have in our life and how blessed we are to have had support to, walk our path. What would you say to someone your age that maybe doesn't? Like maybe they don't have like the support that I know you have and I have, and family, friendships, right? But how do you think they could benefit from your words of wisdom?
I think that they would benefit from just hearing my point of view and how far I've come, and just like knowing that I have love for them even if I don't know them, because I've learned to love everyone that is like surrounding me, and I feel like they would just benefit from hearing how like I've been on this journey. And yeah.
Oh, wow, that's powerful. I think so many of you out there may not even know you're loved.
Yeah.
And you are. I mean, there is so much love that exists, and it may not be within an arm's distance for you, but it is there. How do you feel like dance and faith go together with your self-love?
I feel like God has put me on this journey to really discover who I am, and I feel like dance goes hand in hand with what I love, and I love God, and so it really just brings me close together with my faith, and knowing that He's right there every step of the way.
How do you know so young? I mean, you're 13 years old. You and I talk about faith because we both love faith, and we have our spiritual way and practice, and it lights us up. How did you become so confident in your faith?
So recently I just discovered that God is who I should love first. And at a young age, like through elementary school, I feel like I wasn't close with God. And during these years of middle school, life has gotten so tough, yet I've discovered that God is there for me, and He knows exactly what He's doing with my life just to make it better for me.
Would you say, you know, when I was younger, I knew that dance was healing me. You know, I knew when I was diagnosed with scoliosis, and I just knew. I was 12 years old, almost your age, 13, and I remember knowing that dance was going to help me heal myself through this. It was very impactful. Would you say dance is a healing component for you? Would you say it's, like right now at your age at 13, how would you describe dance?
I would say that it is healing for me. If I go through a bad day at school, I always know that I'm going to dance later, and I just get to move my body, even if sometimes I don't feel motivated to go to dance. Because there's days that happens. I always just realize that, like, in the moment, I will heal from dance, and it'll just get me in a way better mood towards, like, my family and my friends.
I felt the same. You know, I'm like, okay, at least I can go to dance. I felt like so grateful, you know. We hear love yourself. We hear you gotta love yourself. We hear you know, just love yourself more, right? We hear these taglines in life. What does loving yourself mean to you? How would you describe it for yourself?
I feel like without loving myself, I'm just a more judgmental person, and I feel like I am who I am for a reason, and so I've really found my way of why I'm supposed to be on this earth, and that's to help other people who are going through difficult times. And so I feel like that really helped me start to love myself, and it's difficult to find reasons why you should love yourself, but once you do, it really just makes an impact in your life.
How could you share some of the things you do to do that? Because it is challenging, right? You're like, okay, yeah, love myself. How am I supposed to do that, right? I mean, you're 13, so like, what are ways that you practice that love of self?
Well, my first way is to read my Bible and read what God has said about loving yourself. I take that and I practice it by complimenting others and not like tearing myself down, because I know that that's not going to help me. I know that I need to be grateful for who I am, and I need to be grateful for my family and everyone around me, so that I can really just love like who I am.
You mentioned a powerful word, gratitude. You know, and I've heard, you know, for a long time, when we're grateful or we name things we're grateful for, or we appreciate what we have, the love in ourselves just gets stronger. How would you connect with that?
Well, I've been a grateful person since, that's just how I was raised. And so whenever we go to a store and my mother gets something for me, I always make sure to say thank you, because that just helps. That's another way I heal, is with gratitude. And even if times are difficult, I just have to like name what I'm grateful for in my head, or write it down on a piece of paper, or say it out loud into the mirror, or just really just like feel it in myself that I'm grateful for everything around me.
Yeah, such great words of wisdom, you know, for all of you watching today, you know, the simplicity of gratitude, like just saying thank you to somebody, or being grateful for what you have. I mean, I know we hear this again and again, but it's a basic need that helps us become happy. It really does. We talk on the show about being a messenger of love. And as a messenger of love, partly I wanted you to come on the show because I know that you are a messenger of love. What would be a message of love that you would like to share with our audience today?
I mentioned this before, but I say complimenting others is my showing that I love others. Because without like complimenting others, like I feel like complimenting others is just a great way to show that you love someone and that you care for them, and it makes them feel good inside. So I would say that is my number one.
Yeah, I love that. Sharing compliments, encouraging others, like letting people know how great they are, if you like what they're wearing. I think it's so great. We're living in a world where technology is here.
Yep.
I mean, we're blessed, right?
Yes.
We're blessed that we have access to technology and the advances of technology, right? I mean, it's like I can text you emojis all day if I wanted to. I don't have to wait till you get home to call you, which you're too young maybe for that phone where it was like connected to the wall. What is a way we can still be in embrace technology because it's so advanced and helping us, move faster, communicate better, so many things. But what would you share to help us keep loving ourselves in using the technology?
Gina's taught me that you have to be in a high energy place to post or to text people or make phone calls. And so you need to make sure that you are not in an angry mood, or you just really need to reset yourself before you go on your phone, which I'm still personally working on. But I feel whenever I'm in a high energy place and I'm on my phone, I feel way better, and I want to be on my phone less, which is better because I think that that's better for me. And so I really just say to just be in a high energy place.
I forgot I taught you that. I was like, wow, that's incredible. But yeah, we were in a class and we talked about, posting and sharing messages and making sure that your vibration and your energy is in a high vibration before you hit send or post, because it's the energy in that message that we're sending. We could text emojis all day long, but if I'm in an angry mood and I'm texting Emma like an angry, smiley face, but I'm not feeling smiley, that energy is going to be felt some way, shape, or form. And so, being mindful of the energy that we're putting out as well in our thoughts and our words, in our texts and our emails and our emojis, all those fun things. So I'm really glad that you took that and you're using it. Yeah, it is. It's helpful, and I'm sure you felt a difference.
Yes.
Doing it. Wow. What's a challenge you've overcome, Emma?
I've had a lot of times that I've stepped off my path and gone into another person's path, or other people have influenced me in certain ways that I know that aren't my reality. And so I've just really facing those and stepping back on your path and just going around the challenge is really just helpful for me, because I feel like there's so many people in this world that influence you in ways that you shouldn't be influenced, and so you need to know who you are so you can overcome that. And it took me a while to understand that, but Gina's really helped me just to step back on my path to success.
13 years old, audience, talking about falling off their path and being able to get back on. I mean, that's incredible. I think even myself, Emma, I'll be 45, still has days where the influence, the distraction might, take me over here, and I have to reset, recenter, and make sure I'm aligned and, keep here. But I think that's such a great thing to share with our audience today, that, we fall off. There is so much influence out there in the world today. And part of my mission with this show is to talk about ways that we can know love, understand love, be a messenger of love, keep loving ourselves, keep loving the path that we are chosen to be on. You talked about God and God's plan for you, and, here to help others. And, you know, we are here in this life to be who we are called to be. And an acceptance of that, and on that journey, you know, we can walk it. We may not always like it. Maybe we think the person's life over there looks better. We might get distracted by something we see in a post or in an article. And I think what I love so much about you, Ema, is you have such strong values at 13 years old, and you're able to walk your path and accept it, and be able to even fall off, but you know how to get back on.
Yeah.
And what an example you are being in the world, in that, and what you're sharing. You know, everything you're sharing today, you're doing in your life. You're not just giving advice.
Yeah.
You know, you're really living it. And thank you for that, because we need more advocates of that, young, you know, for you. So I'm just so inspired by you and how you're walking, who you're being, the faith that you're carrying, the confidence that you have to be who you are is incredible. It's
Thank
incredible. Wow. How do you live through comparison? You know, I remember a mentor of mine saying, you know, Gina, if you're comparing, you're not really loving yourself. So what's going to get you there? And I'm like, oh, it's a great question. You know, what's going to get me to where I want to go? Grow. I like to say grow.
Yes.
What's going to get me to where I want to grow? And she would say, well, you can compare or you can love. And I'm like, well, I'd like to love. I just don't know what that means, you know. But I know now, I mean, you're in that prime teenager age, where comparison is high, and there's a need to fit in, and there's all these things like the humanness, right? What and how do you handle that?
Well, I say that there's a lot of comparison in dance, especially.
Yeah.
So there's a comparison in the normal world that we live in, and then there's comparison in dance. And those two go hand in hand, yet they're so difficult to get through. And personally, I'm still working through comparison, but I just need to remember who I am, and again, gratitude, and just saying thank you to God and to my family and to my body for giving me all the traits that I need to get through comparison. And yeah, I feel like it's really difficult, especially as a teenager, to just go through comparison, because like that's just hard. And but I'm definitely working through gratitude.
Yeah. What is like your number one tool to get through comparison? What would you say helps you the most?
My gold star. So yeah, my gold star is when you just stretch your arms out and you just imagine light beams through your whole body. And it just really lifts me up, and I don't know, I love my gold star. I'll go to the bathroom in school when like negative energy is like going through me. I'll be like,
so good.
Gold star. But yeah, that's like my number one tool.
That's a great idea. So all of you, you know, we're wrapping up the show for today. So we're going to encourage you to go and gold star, open up your hands nice and wide, just smile so big, shift the energy vibration. Maybe you're at work right now, maybe you're at school, who knows, maybe you need a break, go to the restroom and access that gold star. I think it's such a great tool. Ema, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you.
Really thank you for being an example of love, being a messenger of love. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience today before we wrap it up?
I don't think so. Just have an attitude of gratitude.
Well, everyone, thanks for being with us today. Thank you, Ema. Thank you, messengers of love out there in the world today. And as Ema shared with us, let's have an attitude of gratitude. We thank you. We thank us.
Yes.
Have a great day. Hang on. Hold up. So I have one more message, and this is so very, very, very important. As you can tell, I just came back and my shoes are off. It is to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to put your notifications on so you are notified on when the next episode is. And share this Messenger of Love show so the world around us gets these messages. Subscribe, notifications, and share. There it is. That's a wrap.